Good morning. It is Let It Go and Let It Grow. And this is Tuesday. I do believe it is the 28th of April, 2026. And what are we letting go of today? And we are letting go of the Hierophant. The Hierophant is beliefs, traditions, and spiritual structure. It is an earth card. It falls under Taurus. And we're releasing outdated belief systems and rigid thinking. So this is asking you today, where in your areas have you learned new information that has changed the way that you think about your values, your beliefs, and your life? And are you ready to release those old patterns for yourself today? The things that no longer suit that new version of you. Let go of needing external validation for your spiritual path. So might be with you're out talking to somebody and they ask you, what your beliefs are in certain things, and you tell them. And you're waiting for a sort of, oh, that's so cool, whatever. Your spiritual path is yours and yours alone. I've tried myself to fit myself into boxes before. I'm pagan, I'm witchy, I'm this, I'm that. I have had so much expansive learning over the last few years that I can't fit all that I feel into a box or a title. So it falls under the umbrella of various things. So this is telling you to not look for that external validation. Your spiritual path, your spiritual growth, that nature and essence of who you are is yours and yours alone, and can be private and reverent to you and who you are and your path that you're on presently. Drop rules that no longer resonate with you and who you are now. So those old, strict, stringent belief systems that you might have had when you were younger, the way you have to do things, rituals that you perform for certain reasons, they might not be a part of the new version of you, the way that you've grown, the way that you've expanded yourself. And be willing to let those go, and let them go with peace and joy, knowing that the new you, the new version of how you're setting yourself out, the new beliefs that you have are perfect for who you are, what you're doing today, and that the journey is always unfolding, and who you are today is not who you were yesterday. Things change, information comes in, and as this information comes in and changes, so do your beliefs, because you now have more credible evidence or more information that might resonate with who you are and the path that you're on. So be able to let that go with a sigh of relief and joy, rather than trying to cling on to old beliefs, because that is what the ego feels that you have to do. Step away from this is how it should be. The shoulds. Don't shit all over yourself, right? So rigid forms of anything can box you in and not let you flow in the directions that you need to be going. We need to ebb and flow. We need to be able to bend and breathe. I just pictured a willow tree, and if you picture willow trees in a windstorm, they bend. They don't break. So you have to be able to go with that flow and know that the rigidity of a lot of the constraints of our spiritual past can sometimes hold us back from our true nature, and not to grapple with that, to come to understanding and realize that it's okay to let these rigid practices go, and just go with the flow and go with your heart and who you feel you are and have become. So trust your inner knowing over the traditions. As I said, we expand over time, and our beliefs change moment to moment sometimes. As you get new information and see things in a different light, you're able to adapt, grow, and expand. And that's what this journey on Earth is all about. This is a learning planet. We're here to learn, we're here to expand, and we're here to experience. So as these things come into us, these experiences happen for us, we have no choice but to grow. You can try to stay stagnant, but that is going to be bucking against what this journey is all about. So open yourself up to that new information. Things that, might not have even appealed to you a year ago have become not only interesting, but things you're learning about, new foundations of how you're going to go and grow forward. So for the earth signs today, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, structure can actually feel safe for you, but growth happens when you allow your beliefs to evolve and expand. So just let those rigid boundaries go and smooth out the edges and go with flow state today, and realize that the journey to joy, the journey to your personal enlightenment and your spiritual nature is always constantly growing and expanding and moving forward. So what are we letting it grow today? And this is Temperance, which is balance, alchemy, integration, and harmony. It is a fire sign in Sagittarius. So we're growing balance between the mind, the body, and the spirit. So we're trying to bring everything into the balanced state of homeostasis, where everything works together in a coherent manner and a balanced manner. Practice patience and gentle integration. This is where you want to come back to that equal state and allow things to flow in with ease, without a hammer. You know, we tend to be so hard on ourselves that with the integration points in life, wondering why you can't get it. And once again, that comes back to flow state, allowing that flow. You can see the flow between the two balls there, you know, the sun, the moon, the light, the dark, the yin, the yang. So to bring that back into balance, and you can see behind Temperance is the big set of wings. So that's the balancing of the physical with the spiritual as well. So bringing things back into balance in a coherent manner. Use this as a gentle integration point. Blend different parts of your life into harmony. So once again, the harmonious movements come through balance, that flow state. So today is all about flow and letting the strict rigidness go. You want to be able just to flow through balance, flow through joy, flow through your spiritual path. And that's that willow tree. Go with the flow and let yourself spring back with new information. Allow healing through moderation, not through extremes. So this is asking you to be gentle with yourself in your healing process. Find things and modalities that help you grow spiritually, but that doesn't mean you have to go on, you know, a 10-day silent retreat. This could be sitting in your living room and dancing to music you enjoy. What makes you heal, what makes you light up, and make sure that you do that in balance and flow as well. Trust the process of alchemy within you. This is a call out to the Magician card, knowing that you have all of the elements at your disposal at all times. You are earth, air, fire, and water. You are spirit. You are that Akasha base. You are everything all at once. So sometimes you might be more into the fire than you are into the water. But knowing that you have all of the elements at hand, you have all of the tools you need to alchemize and to grow into what you want to do. You just have to take some time and space and step back and allow that to happen. So for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is a refined fire, less reaction, more intentional flow. So we're once again into the flow state, and power through balance, not through persistence and push. So release what you were taught and grow into what you know. Your truth is something you follow. Truth is not something you follow. It's something that you actually become. And the questions today: where are you still following old rules that don't fit you anymore? And where is balance trying to find you? So that is the reading of the day. I'm going to use the Mary Magdalene cards today for a quick oracle, and we'll see what we got there. And that would be it, because it flew right out. And this is Christ. Love knows only mercy. We had Christ last week. And this is a beautiful calling out to that Christ conscious, that inner knowing that you are the alchemist, because Christ was a true alchemist, being able to harness all of the elements to his benefit. And this is asking you to go inwards and realize that you have the ability to do all of this yourself. Lead with your heart. Go with the flow. Tap into the true meaning of Christ, that giving, the compassion, the opening yourself up to those less fortunate, seeing those people for who they are, not what they can give to you. What can you give to them? And can you lend them your kindness and your love today? So that is the reading, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.